last half of the game.
Looking at the game Blake has been having, he's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
We've got Alec Burks, Jaron Williams out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Davis, and it's Perkins in the center going out in the middle. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Boston shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game. Chicago leading by 3. Carter Williams hits to Blake. Pass to Durant. Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
That's one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
Kaman gets to Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Blake for 3. Rebound Boston. There's Williams. And it's Boston with another. Clark and Steve, either side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This will be fun to watch.
Durant gets to Carter Williams. Durant dishes to Carter Williams. Lock at 6. Durant attacking. And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. That's good from Durant. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. Left side Williams. The rebound by Blake.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
And Durant gets it to go.
How about the passing there? Moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assist today. Beautiful to watch.
Boston trails by 3. Ball passes to Williams. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Burks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Runs the baseline and finishes with an absolute circus move at the hoop.
Reverse windmill slam, to be exact, Clark. Crazy finish.
Oh, man, he reached deep into the bag of tricks for that one.
And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see. Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Boston making a switch here. Ennis is checked in. No good from Durant. And here's Perkins. 5 points in the game. Here's Kaman. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Here's Carter Williams. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. For Chicago, they have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. Corky Dangs checked in for Perkins. And he sinks the second. Boston trailing. On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Blake. Williams Kicks to Zhang. And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Paul dishes to Zhang. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
And so here is Chicago. Carter Williams, the pass to Durant. Dishes it to Blake. Back to Durant. 18 feet out. Rebound by Dang.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
Williams, that's good.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Keenan sets a screen for Carter Williams. From beyond the arc, Carter Williams with another miss.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Blake with it. He's picked up by Paul. Kept alive. Durant up top. He's guarded by Davis. The wide open look for Durant. Off target from the wing.
Tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Ball goes in. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Boston lead.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
For Chicago, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Coach, that's 50%. Not great work there.
You know, he's had a number of trips to the line, and he's starting to make some of those foul shots now. That could be dangerous. That's more like it.
Chicago with the ball. A 2-point game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Chicago right now, we've got Chris Kaman. Durant is out there with Chris Anderson. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Blake in at the 2. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Durant, here we go. And that one's good. Durant's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Chicago. Carter Williams against Paul. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Releases. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Durant with the drive. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Here comes Paul. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Can't hit from in close. Now the dish to Carter Williams. Kicks it to Blake. Left side Durant. Lock at 6. He dishes it to Kaman. Outside for Durant. Durant with another miss. And it's Paul penetrating. And the basket by Turion. And Boston leads by 3.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now Carter Williams. Outside Durant. top, guarded by Blake. Humphries kicks to Paul. Hits the front of the rim and out. Chicago trails by 3. It's Durant with the drive. Hook shot on the way. That doesn't go either for Durant.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Chris Kaman pulls it in.
How it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Durant again. Humphries. Help the bucket. And that's 19 points for Kevin Durant.
Hey, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
Boston making some changes. Perkins, he's checked in for Turian. Davis comes in for Chris Humphries. And it's Burks in for Wedman. Chicago also making some changes. Anderson comes in for Chris Kaman. Oh, look out! Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
It's stolen by Carter Williams.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far. Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
Davis dishes the ball. Anderson with the block.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Carter Williams can't get it to go. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been reining in those threes.
I'm sure he feels like they should have the lead right now, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Paul goes in. Got a piece of it. Perkins, the pass to Davis. Outside Williams. Inside. Clock is at 3. Here's Burks. Boston. No good that time either.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
And Durant, here we go.
They had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they've got the clock stopped.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
He just has such a great rhythm at the line, whether it's with a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance like it is now.
Here's Williams. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
Really tough to stop Darren Williams.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Durant drawing the double team. Up top, Carter Williams. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there.
Ooh, pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 2. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, what do you think, Mark? You go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can.
And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot, and they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
What an eruption in this building.
It's Durant with the drive. We've got overtime action now, folks. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, Doris Burke on our sideline, and this is Kevin Harlan. And it's Chicago to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Chris Paul is out there with Williams. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Perkins. And it's Davis at the 4 spot. Carter Williams kicks to Anderson. And now Williams running the
Hammer time. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Some changes for Chicago. Chris Kaman is checked in for Matt Bonner. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Jenkins. And here's Bruce. And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Williams. Perkins with a screen on Durant. Burks can't get it to go. Chicago trailing here. Durant with it. He's picked up by Paul. Durant kicks to Carter Williams. Feeds to Durant. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Carter Williams can't get it to go. Here's Paul. And there's the rejection. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Williams with the steal. And oh, here we go. He's got it. Great chance.
You've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that can decide a game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does decide this game, Parker. That's a huge swing there.
Keenan sets a screen for Durant. A three-pointer is right on target. Durant's got 26 points.
He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
It's like they're stunned. I mean, they don't know what to think.
And the call will be against Steve Blake. That is his first foul of the game. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Ball goes in. Connects.
Late reaction from the defense. And he's always going to make good on that.
And Chicago has possession. Now Carter Williams. Blake dishes to Durant. For three. Shot is off. Paul with the ball. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Passes it to Anderson. Blake for three. Rebound, Boston. Here's Burks. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there. This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
And Durant, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And so Durant nails them both. So we